All right, good people of Cherokee County, what's going on? Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Glad everybody's took a little time out to stop by the Matt and Todd Show, the best darn thing going today. Dean, what you got for us?
Well, we'll talk some SEC ball. We're going to talk about Sandrock, and I'm going to also ask a question, and we're going to have a debate on if taunting has gone too far in sports.
Some new faces down at Alabama for Coach Saban, and XFL's on today. Daytona 500's running right now, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So y'all hang in there with us, and we'll just go ahead and get started. Let's kill the music, kill the headlights, and put it in neutral. We got a lot of stuff to talk. We could talk about all kind of stuff, man. We'll say
there's a lot going on. Well, what did you think about the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl. It's expected, I guess.
Yeah.
We covered it. We reviewed it last.
We reviewed it, yeah.
Yeah, it's what we expected.
But we didn't talk about the game, the actual. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's been so long now. I don't think I think it's been talked about.
Yeah. I didn't like to call it the end.
No, it's he pulled on him a little.
A little bit, but
I didn't think it was that big a deal.
No, I didn't either. But I mean, I wasn't surprised. I thought both teams played great.
Yeah, Mahomes. You know, I think everybody kind of favors him to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to win the game. And what's up, Jeff Anderson? How you doing? On the topics here, is the 9-3 Georgia Bulldogs back?
No, I wouldn't think so.
I
don't think their schedule's hard enough for them to go 9-3.
I wouldn't think so. XFL, the Vipers go down yesterday to the Renegades 22-20, and the Roughnecks take advantage of the Houston. I watched highlights of that game.
That's pretty good.
33-12 over the Guardians, and we're just turning off here. A.J. McCarron's Battlehawks win 18-15 over the Brahmas, and the Sea Dragons will take on the Defenders. Sea Dragons are favored by 2. It comes on here at 7. So XFL football is kicking off. Y'all like XFL? It's
I like some of the rules. I think I'm just talking about me. I'm just kind of burned out by February, because of all the college. And I love football, but, I'm kind of like, I need a couple months off, You like
it, you don't love it.
But I do like some of the rules, like going for 3 from the 10, and I like the kickoff rule.
Yeah, the guys can line up close, and they can't run after the guy until he catches the ball, or it's been on the ground for 3 seconds.
Well, was there anything else that stuck out to you rule-wise?
1 foot. You can just get 1 foot in to make a catch.
I see. I think they ought to go to that and everything. Why you got to get 2 feet in?
Yeah, there's some things.
They make the catches very hard for the NFL. It cost Philadelphia a Super Bowl the other day.
Yeah, and it seems like the replay in the XFL, just from what we watched last year, and today's game, it moves a lot faster.
Right.
The replay goes up in the booth. The camera's in there with them. They talk about it. It's not enough evidence. Turn it over. Keep us call.
Wow.
I mean, like 10 seconds.
I mean, it don't take long.
No, 10 seconds, they're done. Either you can see it, and the guy asks the other guy, can you see it from here? No, I don't see it. They give them the mic. Ain't enough evidence. So I like that, too.
That's it.
Yeah, XFL stuff out of the way. Let's talk about...
Wait, let me ask you one more thing, Matt. How many games does the XFL play?
I don't know.
I mean, it's not 16, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Is Zion Williams a waste of talent? That's another thing we can kick around some.
Good topic.
I mean, God, he's so good.
Well, I told you yesterday.
He's great.
He's played in 114 and missed 170.
Guys.
He is good.
He is.
I know what you were asking me. You wasn't saying he needs to retire. You were saying it's time for New Orleans to move on.
Yes. They've got a lot of money tied up in him. And he's not. I mean, it's like having a race car out there in the garage and it stays in the shop all the time.
I think I might have to agree with you on that.
Why do you want to spend $100 million on...
Oh, gosh. He makes as much as anybody, don't he?
And he's great.
Oh, he is. Definitely.
He's...
Well, what kind of injuries is it he has?
It's hamstrings and knees and groin and foot and...
I'm just asking this. I'm playing devil's advocate here. Could he play through some of it?
I don't know.
And I noticed, and I'm not going to get on LeBron, but golly, he's just missing games all the time. I don't know if he's played since he broke the record.
He hadn't. He claimed he had an injury.
I actually read something the other day where he missed 136 games in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
How many of them are load management games?
Most of them. Now remember now, he's not young.
He's not. I know. He's 37 years old.
I ain't gonna bang on. I won't bang on LeBron too much.
No,
because his age, you know.
Yeah.
But he's always been that way. He's not Jordan. He's not going to play every game during the season. That's just facts.
But all they're going to say is when you say that, say, well, and he has it. Well, he didn't start missing games until he got older.
68 days till the NFL draft. Some people are looking forward to that.
That's pretty interesting.
NFL Calvin Ridley from Atlanta to the Jaguars. He has applied for reinstatement to come back next season, come back and play.
I thought they were a little bit harsh on him.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go 4 or 5 games here.
Whole
year? You're done?
Because he bet on another team?
Yeah, not his team.
No.
But he could bet on the NBA.
Yeah.
And it's legal.
Yeah.
But not the NFL.
What are we doing?
A year?
Yes, XFL, Jeff. How did y'all like, speaking of Daytona, let me see if I can find it.
Who won that? I don't even know any racers anymore.
It's probably still going.
Kyle Busch.
See if I can find it. Eric Jones' car, number 43, Richard Petty's, of course, which is the all-time Daytona winner. He won 7 or 8. Yeah.
8, something like that.
Guns N' Roses' car. Guns N' Roses sponsored his car.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought I'd bring that up and see what people's...
Whatever happened to Axl Rose? You know, I heard somewhere that he didn't even get out.
They still do some concerts now and then.
He's kind of a recluse.
He is. Most singers, if you want to get into music stuff,
they just kind of
stay
themselves.
They're weird. Most singers and bands, they're usually very full of themselves, and they're usually really, they're just into some weird stuff. They're just hard to get along with. Okay, it ain't on there. So, the interview we was talking about earlier. Hamlin's interview. Did y'all guys watch it? Michael Strahan interview. Strahan's a Hall of Famer, played with the Giants for years, if y'all don't know who he is. And he does a good job as an interviewer.
I think
he's a personable guy.
Very.
What did you think about the interview?
Well, I thought, you know, some people say it was strange.
Yeah.
The whole thing wasn't, but him not wanting to answer.
I know why. Well,
answer the questions.
I have an opinion, guys, why he didn't answer.
About, you know, what happened on the field. He just wouldn't. He wouldn't answer.
But why do you think he wouldn't? You think it is what it is?
Well, well, it's either traumatic for him and he don't want to talk about it, or he's just been said, look, don't leak out whatever we're telling you. We'd rather not be broke yet.
Yeah.
You know, what happened, what caused it. You know, why did you get hit in a ball game and have a cardiac arrest?
We've just never seen it.
No.
How many football games have you watched in your life?
Oh, God.
I've watched since...
I'm going to say 100 a year for 40 years. What's that, 4,000? I'm just guessing.
I've probably paid attention to football since the late 80s. Walter Payton, the Bears
That's probably mid-80s.
Was my first turn on to football.
Which I'm a little older than you. So probably mid-80s.
Was pro football. Was, you know, you want to be Walter Payton. So
it may be more than 100 a year.
I have never seen a guy just fall out on the field. And, you know, all the other stuff, we don't have to get into that. Like his jacket had the Jesus with a garbage face on it, you know. And it's some kind of art that some guy does. Have you seen his jacket he wears?
Yeah, did you? I mean, I'm just asking. And
I don't know.
Did you think that was blasphemous? I mean, he got eat alive, even after he apologized.
I think there's a lot of other things to worry about than what. Yeah, it ain't like he's out there wearing a pentagram with the devil horns like the guys on the Grammys. Now that's over the edge.
Yeah, I thought so.
I don't know. I don't know nothing.
I saw the jacket, and I may be wrong. God forgive me, but I just didn't see the.
It looked like a Garbage Pail Kid thing. That's what it reminded me of when I first seen it. I mean, like unzip Zach.
Adrian Peterson ripped him for it.
Have his face unzip Zach. And
yes.
You know, old Garbage Pail Kids, guys, if y'all remember that. Some of you do.
But now, you wouldn't have believed some of the responses he got on Twitter.
I know.
After the apology. You know what you're doing, son.
That's that's how we live now. Some people think they got to apologize for everything, and that'll bring us. And about him though, I think Hamlin's not saying anything because he's going to do a book or they're going to do an hour short video about him, what happened, and they're holding some of that back to have a surprise later.
Right, that's not bad. That's not a bad
maybe
theory.
A book deal. I don't.
Hey, it may be something big.
It's usually
maybe something big.
Has to do with money. That's what I'm feeling.
What if the Bills knew this and sent him out there anyway?
No, they would be in bad trouble because they go to doctors.
That could break.
You can't even play.
I don't think it would.
My son could not play JV until we had his eyes checked again because the guy at the school said, "I don't know about his eyes." Huh? He just didn't read the card right. Took him to our doctor, got him checked, and he said,
"I don't know about his eyes."
Yeah, they're perfect. Yeah, so we had to
take
that. He doesn't
wear glasses now, does he?
He wears them to read or computer work.
Yeah.
So he would take another paper back to coach so he could play.
And he just wasn't going to let him play.
Because his vision may have been 5. So now we got a professional athlete in the pros with doctors that evaluate them constantly, and they find a heart condition.
Maybe it got swept under the rug.
Missed for years and years. They've missed it. Maybe it's could be from drug use that showed up from doing cocaine and stuff. Those type of things damage heart muscles. We could all pretty much assume the doctors ain't missed it.
Yeah.
He don't have a condition. It's never been rumored he had a condition.
He never has been rumored for drug use.
No, he seemed like they all say he's a good kid. Mm-hmm. Like he's a good Christian kid. He minds his own business. You know, he likes having jewelry and he likes cars, but
I don't think he meant nothing by the jacket. I'm sorry.
I don't. He's kind of a daddy's boy. Him and his daddy are close.
Yeah.
You know, they say. So I don't know.
He seems like a nice young man.
I'm not judging anybody because I'm sure not worthy. I
know. I'm
a ragtag strangler, man. I'm not worthy of nothing. So, with that being said, that was a good interview. I didn't think it was that weird, really. Tiger Woods, best round since 2019. He shot a 67. Is that right?
Yes.
67. Guys, he ain't even played golf in like 2 years. So,
no.
What about him just coming back and just...
I just think he's the best ever.
Is he not... Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, those are not the most dynamic figures in sports ever.
Oh, yeah.
If you were a writer for Sports Illustrated...
Who'd you say, Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, and who?
And Tiger.
Oh, yes.
Tom Brady, Michael Phelps.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a writer for Sports
Mike
Illustrated,
Tyson,
you could write those, take one from each category.
Yeah.
Just completely change the game.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, Tiger's great. I know he didn't win it, but
it's like Saban or like Benefield at 5.
Mm-hmm.
What else can they go? I mean, what else can they do? They're great. You know, Coach Smith at Piedmont Dynasty. What else? Because he don't have to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, from the Danny Horns and all those old school guys that won all the games. Their name is what it is. They've proven themselves. And Tiger Woods has proved himself, and he don't... What else can he do? That's what I'm saying. What else can he do to make himself look any better? If Nick Saban wins another title, or if he loses 4 games next year, he's still going down as one of the best.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Tiger told his buddy, he took a tampon and said, "Boy, you played like a girl on that one." He got ripped for that one.
Yeah, got a lot of heat from women. Not all women, but some.
No, some. I think it's just being...
It's just two guys.
Being funny.
It's just guys.
And then he apologized. Why?
If that offends them, they don't want to be in a... They don't want to be in a room with a bunch of guys and be a fly on the wall. I can put it like that. But, you know, we're going to start invading people's private conversations.
Obviously, yeah.
Me and you can't kid it. If me and you ride to a ball game like we did Friday, we can't kid each other.
Well, just you don't have to apologize.
Yeah. No, but they all do.
I don't. I'm not going to. I mean, if I do something, you know, that's something like that, I don't see the point in it. Want anything from the store? No, thank you. Yes, I did see McClung Birdie sent me a text. I did. We'll get into that too. Thank you for the text.
Hey, man, touch you.
Who? Yeah, did you see the...
All right, I'm getting texts like I'm not on TV.
We'll just say, well, you just don't have to answer them.
No, I'm on.
Yeah, the dunk contest, do y'all think, has it passed its time?
I don't think it's as big as it used to be, but I think it's...
Why is it not, do you think?
I don't know, just got old. Dang, we've seen every dunk in the world. I don't think the dunkers...
That's what it is.
What else can you do?
Jump off
a helicopter.
We've seen guys jump over cars. D. Brown blindfolded himself. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Played with the Celtics,
Yeah,
by the way.
he was a good ball player.
But McClung had a dunk, and he played for some high school. He was great in high school.
Yeah. Right.
And he did a jump spin. I shared it on the page, guys. You can go over there when you get done here and go over there and click on it.
And there's yet another
jumping
thing.
And spinning backwards dunk. He won it. It's great. Tatum and he was a few of the names I know for the 3-point contest they're going to have.
Yeah. And there's yet another thing that Jordan supposedly the best at, which I agree. Dunk.
Well, yeah, that's what he...
Dunking. So there's yet another one.
Yeah,
that
LeBron's
he's number one.
He's never competed in because
he's the best dunker ever.
Well,
so make that 11 things he's the best at. LeBron 3. Okay.
There's just no evidence of why we need to keep the dunk contest. That's the question.
No, I think it's just running.
It used to be all the starters from Jordan and Dominique, Spud Webbs, Larry Johnson's, and the list is I could just keep naming people.
Yeah, Larry Johnson was a good dunker.
Yeah, Vince Carter.
Mm-hmm. He won one.
They were starters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now it's just everybody.
Yeah, I don't think the little kids, as me watching as a kid, and the poster that's in my son's room of Jordan with the free throw line dunk. I don't know that those kids, 12 to 13 that are watching the dunk contest are excited about it because they're bench players.
Yes.
You see what I'm
saying?
What
you're saying is the big names don't get in it anymore. Nothing wrong with the bench players getting in it, but the big name guys.
How you gonna draw a crowd?
Don't get in it. Well, yeah, you're absolutely right.
I'm thinking this. I'm a business thinking guy. Everything. If this is my business. LeBron James is going to headline my dunk contest. Are you kidding me? He's the biggest name in sports entertainment.
Yeah, and he can dunk.
Well, sure. I mean, he can hop and dunk the ball. He ain't already got to jump. But he's not creative dunker like Vince Carter's or Michael Jordan's. He don't have that, the one-handed rock and over, and Dominique was just power.
Yeah, Dominique used to set the woods on fire on them. I don't think it's got. They'll keep doing it, but the interest level.
If LeBron lost in a dunk contest, what would happen to his shoe brand?
Yeah, you think it hurt it?
What y'all think? Yeah. That would definitely not be a... LeBron loses a dunk contest to some McClung. Who?
LeBron.
What?
I saw something on Facebook the other day. Now, here we got Irving just got traded to Dallas. And Love just signed with Miami. And it was an article about how Love and Irving were going to go back out to Los Angeles and team back up with LeBron James. And I'm like, why are they trying to hook him up with everybody? What? You think they're going to win it again? Really?
I've seen Love's going to
Miami.
Yeah.
Just quit.
No, they're done.
I'm sorry. He shouldn't be front page headlines every day.
He's not going to be. He's waiting to play with his boy because he wants to be the first player to play with his son.
Well, this may be a stupid question. Is his son good enough to play pro ball? I'm assuming he is.
Yeah.
What grade's he in?
He could play, I think, in 2 years. He can come to the league.
I just don't know how good he is.
Bronny, he's good. But the younger son is outgrowed him.
I would assume he would be good.
He wears glasses, and he's a 10th grader in high school. He's good.
Really?
Yes.
Better than the
yes.
older
You need
one?
10th grader out? Yes. I think so. Guys, if y'all watched Bronny's and his...
Well, the middle ball is the one that's so good. They went on and on about Alonzo Ball.
Yes, it would hurt his
But
brain.
LaMelo Ball is the one that's so good.
If he lost a dunk contest, Keith said.
He said, what?
It would hurt his brain. If he lost a dunk contest, that hurts.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan loses a dunk contest. Well, but he lost to Dominique. I mean,
He didn't lose many. I mean, he didn't. I don't know. It's just like you. I think it's gone down. I think interest in it has gone down because the big names aren't in it.
Number one, the big names aren't in it, and what you said too. What other kind of dunk can you do? What, you gonna run a NASCAR out there and do laps around the place and jump off the top of the building?
I just like the people throwing it off the backboard and looking backwards and all that stuff. Just to be honest.
God, I thought he was fixing to hit the wall. Did you see that?
He didn't.
In
Look,
warm-ups, look.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, every one of them's doing it. God, bam.
Driving around that something there.
14 to go. Who's winning this thing?
I don't know.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Kowalski. He was
Keselowski.
He was a bad while ago. Yeah.
He's always been a good race car driver.
Yep. I don't know a lot of them now.
I kind of lost it. Every time I looked on there, they were fighting.
God, those lap cars blowing them off the road.
He's going to win it. Lap car wins. Ricky Bobby.
Remember, if you ain't first, you're last. You got that, people. That's what it's like. Dean, tell us about Kentucky winning.
Kentucky, yes, upset Tennessee yesterday.
Tell us about that. That's a good game for them.
It was. It was a 20-point lead at halftime. Tennessee had a horrendous first half shooting, but they shot well in the second half, but Kentucky made their free throws. And Kentucky shot well. And a big win. I think it'll get them in the tournament now. They moved on to 18-9, and that's a quality win, obviously, because Tennessee, they beat them twice. And Tennessee beat Alabama, so it's even more of a quality win now. They beat Alabama 3 days before. And so I think Kentucky will be all right unless they just lay a complete egg for the rest. How many more games are left? 3, 4?
4, yeah.
4. If they lose all 4 of them, they're probably
I wouldn't think they would.
I wouldn't think so.
Now, how did Bama dump this one to Tennessee?
Well, they just
19
turnovers.
19?
They shot better than them. They out-rebounded them. They shot better from the foul line. They shot better from 3, but they
19.
had 12 more turnovers. Tennessee only had 7.
19. I don't care who you are.
19. But then they made up for it yesterday by winning by 50.
Did Houston wind up winning today? I mean, they played Memphis, didn't they?
I've heard that Alabama's not going to drop.
I've seen Houston and Memphis playing. Was that today or was it yesterday? I can't.
Let me see Houston basketball. Well, I saw something the other day that said Alabama probably wasn't going to drop because apparently Knoxville's an impossible place to win. Kentucky won there, but that's just very rare.
13 to go, guys.
Houston.
And guys, hey, while you're on here, podcast listeners, we appreciate all you guys. Y'all hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend.
They beat Memphis
today. We cover sports year round. We're not just on during the season. Football's always going on now. Baseball's coming in. I'll give some stuff on some baseball but I'm always, listen to me, I'm always going to have college football news. Every week I will have some kind of news that nobody else is covering. I'm going to do an in-depth something. So y'all come by, subscribe, and Dean's basketball coming. He's going to have stuff for SEC basketball.
I'm going to go and tell you who I think is going to win it all.
And we're going to have a topic, our highlight topic. Like today's going to be Taunting, But anyway, subscribe, tell a friend, and say, hey, man, these guys here cover sports year-round. It's not just local. But who's going to win it, though?
I think UCLA's going to win it.
Really?
Well, those guys have been playing forever.
They're good.
They're experienced. That's the same bunch except for 2 or 3 of them, but there's still 2 or 3 there that beat Alabama 2 years ago. You remember when John Petty and all them played? It's the same bunch, same point guard. Yes, and the one that wears the bandana.
He's good.
He don't ever turn the ball over. Tiger Campbell.
He's really good. Mm-hmm. Now, basketball, I did, after I left here last week, the next day, I went and watched Center Girls host Talladega, and they lost a close one there. Talladega girls, they were faster. They're just they were more athletic. I didn't think they were better, and I'm not just saying that because I'm being a homer.
Right.
I thought Center Girls were better, but the better team didn't win.
Well, you get that sometimes.
Well, they were so fast on the
in
feet,
basketball,
man. Yeah,
especially.
They could cover the lane. Okay, Center Girls could not because Haygood and Johnson, they like to run up in the lane there and get layups and stuff. And when you got somebody just step in front of you all the time, or try to get a pass down there to the star girl or something, he just couldn't.
Right.
It just
didn't get it in.
The matchup wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? And they just seemed tired. They played.
Mm-hmm.
They played like they seemed tired.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows, man? They're kids or what they got going on. But I've enjoyed and love all you senior girls. I've enjoyed watching y'all play basketball, and it's softball time now. Coach Weaver and Coach Henderson, the boys, local baseball stuff, they've been playing. Junior high.
Oh, junior high.
They've had a game yesterday. Coach Crane gave me some notes here. I think the Cagle girl led the team in the win against Sandrock. Then Sandrock had beat them in the other game. Spring Garden girls were involved, the junior high game. So they're playing. Everything's kind of getting wound up and getting started, which leads us to, we went to Jacksonville and watched Sandrock.
That was a good game.
Caden Justice just comes out and just burning it up.
Yeah. Finished for 26.
Yes. And after the second half, Jacob says, okay, you're going to do that? Watch this. St. Clair comes in and just goes off.
I've got some stats on that, man. I want you to listen to this, and you can see right where they won it right here. But the main stat I want to read to you is this right here. Justice and St. Clair combined 18 for 18 from the foul line.
Yes.
18 for 18.
That's why Bama lost the other day.
Yeah. 18 for 18.
That'll win you a game.
But that was a great game.
It was a good game.
But now Sandrock shot a lot better than Sandrock adjusted well. They shot better from three. They out-rebounded them. They did have more turnovers, and that probably kept Lynette in it a little bit. Lynette had a good ball player, didn't they?
Oh, my goodness.
Elijah Whitfield.
Dude, yeah. He's their...
29 points.
I'm fixing this.
6 steals.
He is their tailback out there at Lynette.
But Justice 26. No, yes. St. Clair 25. Bendale come up big in the second half, scored all 7 points.
Bendale had to. I was talking about him before the game. I said, I need him to. It's going to take them all, man. You start winning games at Jacksonville.
Brian Giles was leading rebounder with 8.
Yeah.
They just come together and played well.
Yeah.
We didn't see a lot of dribbling in the second half. It was passing. A lot of cross-court passing.
Yes.
And they shot well.
Lynette.
Lynette didn't never shoot well.
We wanted them to run. It seemed like Lynette could have run with the ball and been more.
Yeah,
efficient.
the first half. Well, what happened was, Coach Blackwell will admit it, and the Sandrock players will admit it. They're shooting under 30% in the first half. 1 for 10 from 3 or 2 for 11, something like that. And they're tied.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just told, man, if they play halfway decent this half, they might got a good chance to win, and they played better than decent. It really wasn't that close. Lynette kept fighting back.
Yeah, that boy at number 1, 2.
But now Sandrock led pretty much the whole second half, did they not?
Yeah. And like you said, they didn't play real great the first. Maybe they was nervous.
No, they did not play good.
Maybe
they did
nervous.
in the second.
It could have just been nerves. Caden wasn't nervous. He come out.
No, he was
just
not.
Come out smoking. He come out, hit a 3, start the game. Was like, all right, here we go. But they just kind of spittered and sputtered. And it felt like watching the game. You're like, and you look at the scoreboard and they're only behind by 2. And you're like, wait, what?
Oh, I know. There was one time there, I'm like, they're getting killed, and I look up and it's tied.
Yeah, it's 36-36.
And the second half though, they look great. The only thing about Lynette, boy, they can score in a hurry. Sandrock went up 8 on them one time, and they had tied it back up within 1 minute.
Man.
Within 1 minute.
That number 1.
Now Sandrock didn't miss none of their free throws. Shoot 86% from the line for a team. You're not going to lose. More than likely.
A game that a team that remain anonymous, they lost by 12. And I was standing over there, and he looked at the book, and he turned around and said, how many did you miss tonight? And he said, 12. I said, really? I looked at the scoreboard, and he said, yeah.
And I think Sandrock's got a great chance to go to Birmingham.
Yeah.
Because I'm just telling you, of course I won't say who the individual is. I talked to a man the first week of January, and I'm like, you going to a ball game tonight? He goes, I might go to Pisgah. My nephew plays there. I said, how are they doing? They're not very good. He goes, all they are is a bunch of football players that play basketball. And he goes, I'll just be honest with you, they don't even act like they like being out there. That's the same team
They're playing
that's playing to go to a Final Four. So obviously they can play. They beat Lafayette. They beat North Sand Mountain. They upset somebody else. But I'm telling you.
Lafayette's pretty good. They got a good team. North Sand's a little younger this year.
I'm going to pick Sand Rock to advance. But, you know, I mean, Blackwell and them know this isn't a gimmick because Pisgah's playing great.
Right.
And I heard that Pisgah's girls lost that game.
Yes.
That much come back.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought they were in pretty good control of it.
Young.
Yeah.
A lot of young spots. Tinker was the only old school vet left on the team. And they doubled her most of the time. And she's going to get hers, you know, and score some. But congratulations on her career. Jesus Christ, man. I mean,
yeah. Good career.
Those teams and the Herd girl that played with them, and she's great.
And Spring Gardens girls, now when do they play?
Yeah, they play
tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And they'll play again Wednesday. I think. See, they play Piedmont does too. I think the boys will play right before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You have 1A and 3A, and then the next day you have 2 and 4.
Okay. All right.
The Piedmont plays.
And those are a day behind because of the storms from Thursday. Didn't they end up calling off all those ball games Thursday?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because of the threat of storms. The serious threat of storms that we missed.
Nothing happened that I told on, shared the post and said, guys, it's going to split and it's just going to rain. I doubt it.
I said something to us. I said, "No, it's coming, buddy."
No,
it didn't.
No, there's
it
some
didn't
things,
even rain much.
There's some things you can assure that I'm right about.
And weather's one of them.
I just like it. I enjoy studying on it, and I just do, and I have. I don't know why. I think it's because my grandparents watched it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why. So I've always just watched it. And
you pay close attention to it.
Yeah, and I know what they're talking about. They're talking about upper scales and atmospheres and ionic pressures and.
Well, it didn't get hot. Didn't it actually cool off?
Yeah, and that's the end of it. When the sun goes down,
yeah,
that's the end of that weather.
Right.
I mean, when the upper atmosphere temperature's cool.
Well, let me ask you one question, and I'm being dead serious here. I'd say 5 times in the last year there has been some serious threats of bad weather. Most of them always come on Thursday. Is there a reason for that?
Well, you see, there's that. No, I have no idea.
I mean, why?
Just kidding. Why does it rain every Tuesday when I'm out all day? Every Tuesday nearly it rains.
But we never have severe weather on Tuesday. It don't seem like.
It rains nearly every Tuesday. Come by look at the forecast. Nearly every Tuesday when that's the day I'm out all day. When I'm dropping stuff off, delivering stuff, all day. The other days when I'm just out in the morning, I'm in and out. I get a little wet. It's not a big deal.
Well, it's kind of like I was telling somebody. Says, and whenever I get sick, it's always on the weekend. It's never during the week when I'm working. Which is good.
I'm gonna be out of work if I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah,
sick days.
Yeah. Saturday, sick.
Right, we did SEC basketball.
No, we haven't. Well, we did Alabama. We didn't Auburn. Auburn got beat by Vandy last night with 2 seconds left.
Auburn what?
Got beat. Sorry about that. Got beat by Vandy last night at the buzzer.
No, what?
Yeah, it was 65-65.
I turned it over and they was winning.
I thought they had it, and Vandy drove in for a layup. I mean, 2-1, he lays it up in.
Lost.
Yeah.
Well,
That's not.
And Georgia got waxed by Alabama.
Alabama 49.
So that covers Alabama, Georgia, Auburn, and Vanderbilt. And hats off.
What Auburn is now. Auburn's probably on the bubble.
Hats off, Dean. Yesterday, Alabama just pretty much swept every sport. They won basketball. The guys won in swimming. The girls won in gymnastics. The softball team won, and the baseball team won.
Wow!
And they had some kind of indoor track thing that they won at too.
Wait just a second, man. You got to hear this.
So Alabama, the university clean sweep. I think everything they competed in yesterday, they won.
They threw it in, and the same player sprinted 94 feet to the basket, but with a running layup as the clock expired. Oh gosh, that's horrible. Oh, I hate that.
Hate to lose that way, don't you?
And Auburn outscored Vandy in the paint 40-22. So there goes. Whoever wins the paint war wins. They doubled them up and got beat. 40 points in the paint. That usually does not lose.
SEC basketball, guys. It's kind of winding in there.
Yeah, Bama looks like they're going to win the regular season more than
SEC
likely. And well,
champs.
now A&M still right there on their heels.
When will the SEC championship? When will that
It'll
be?
be in, there'll be 2 more weeks, 3 weeks. Next week.
Like March the 10th, 12th?
Yes. Because I think the tournament starts I want to say the 16th, so it'll be the weekend before that. So it'll be March 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. And then, they go straight from their conference tournaments to straight into the NCAA.
Bush is ahead. Dillon, Byron, Lagana, and Kacharski.
Chris Kacharski.
Cole Kacharski in the
I
fifth.
seen old Chris the other day.
Yeah, I like them. They're good people, man. Larson and Johnson's 10th, so that's your top 10. And Bush looks like he's going to win it.
Kyle. What I say? He's the
gonna
most hated person in
Well, besides,
Kirk Bush.
I know
Now he's not that hated, is he?
Jeff Gordon,
Yeah, but I never did know why he was hated.
because he won. They thought he disrespected Dale Earnhardt.
Dale Earnhardt was loved. I'll give him that.
Oh, Lord. When he died, that was it. Racing
It was.
over. I didn't really watch
I
it.
saw a grown man break down in tears when he won a race one time, and then he stripped. True story.
Naked?
He pulled his pants down and was crying, going, ah! I mean, like the Lord had came back. And Dale Earnhardt did now. He made a great comeback. He was done. He was in 12th place with 17 laps left and won. How he did that.
Was this around here?
Talladega.
It was at the race. You was there.
Last one I've ever been to.
There you go.
I had done run my course on going to the infield anyway.
That's why you hit the subscribe button. Those stories don't exist nowhere but here. Every Sunday.
But I went one last time, and you can imagine why, and then I'll tell everybody. DD. To come back. On the way back, I was going to be the DD.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, and I said, like,
Not
I'm
doing
done. I'll never go to another. I've never been.
Yeah.
Now, if Scott Ryder, somebody wants to ride down on Saturday and watch qualifying, I'll go to that.
Yeah.
Scott's probably the biggest race. Well, one of them. Big Mike's a big racer.
He is. Yeah, Scott, he's a dirt track racing. Albert and Larry Dwayne, they're in that age circle.
Used to go with Bubba
Yeah,
and then
Bubba
Bubba
Teague.
Teague.
And yes, so, and I used to go Arnaz, and so we talked about that for about an hour one day. It's like, dirt, you, what?
Oh, God, he was pretty much, and we kidded him about it, but
prim guy?
he was kind of
The pit guy.
Bubba's pit crew chief,
I know.
in a way.
I was like, you're
Yeah.
the smart rider, that's this just super genius. You've been at the dirt track at 2 in the morning when they're out there tearing each other down. Oh, yeah. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, rake straw and all. Yeah, oh, yeah. I was like, what? Wait a minute. What's going on? We got to talk about this.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about an hour about it.
I used to kid him. I was like, Bubba, Scott's pretty much your crew chief. Yes, he is.
Well, he's smart. That helps.
He knew a lot about it, too. Now, I don't know if this went on for a long time, but I remember going to the races with Bubba and Scott.
He said he'd come get him and he'd have trouble.
And I tell you what I noticed, or what I found out pretty quick. You know me, I'll go down there. I'm 20. I'm like, woo-hoo-hoo, let's have a big time. No.
He's working.
We're down there to work, dude.
Yeah,
Well, what time are we leaving? It's going to be a while, Todd.
2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. We may get something at Shoney's on the way back, but it's going to be a while.
When I helped Arnaz, it's not like watching and enjoying the race.
No.
I'm watching him, and if he wrecks or tears something up, then we're trying to find
Oh, yeah, and they're like,
bubble gum to stick on the oil pan.
Yeah.
He blew a tire out. We're trying to get a tire.
yeah, they're like, Todd, get that crowbar and get the mud out from them tires. I'm
Yeah.
like, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's serious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you couldn't joke around or have a laugh.
Well, you did, but especially, and Bubba and them too, and I know then they.
Oh, he was very serious.
Around when they raced, and Larry, they were serious about it. They were good. Bubba won a lot of races over
Bubba's
there.
probably won 100 races. I'd like to know how many he's won. I don't know if he knows.
Bubba won a lot of races over there.
Albert won a lot.
Albert did. Albert run sprint car stuff for a while.
Yes, Bubba won. I'd like to know. Blake Broom does that now, right?
Yeah.
Does he win a lot?
Yeah, he's got a lot of different cars in the
He has a
board
lot of
races,
drama.
too.
I mean, I'm not saying he causes it, but I know they're always tearing each other's cars.
That's the way it is.
Or his car.
That's not unusual.
Okay. So he won. Check him out.
Yes.
He gets that a lot.
Yes. If you win,
I'm not saying he does it.
No, it's just the way it is.
But every time he wins,
it's always going to be that way.
Okay.
It's just how it is.
It seemed not to do that. This was in the early 90s when I went. It seemed like they didn't do that.
Every weekend I was there, they did.
Really?
Every weekend.
Bubble Hoog won. All right, he won.
They'd fight it. Oh, well, yeah. I want to see his heads on his car. Right, pull the heads off. Daddy go get the,
Now, I was down there one night and everybody got into it.
Yeah, it happens. I liked it. I had a good time. Glad I got to experience it.
Well, I was on Larry Teague's side, and they say he's one of the baddest dudes around, so I wasn't too worried. And Bubba and them were huge.
Yeah,
and
that
Bo.
helps. Yeah, that
Come
helps. And Mr. Larry ain't going to put up with about 2 seconds.
No.
This guy said...
said he rubbed him.
He said, well...
Hey, rub me out. Cut me off!
He wanted to check his heads. When they pulled his heads off, Mr. Larry took a piece of cardboard and slid it over top of the pistons. That's wrong. I want to see his pistons. He said, then you'll pay to see the pistons, too. That's not part of the heads. I was like, why?
Tom Maddox was good, too.
Pretty smart. Yeah, Maddox. Oh, yeah.
He won a lot of races.
Yeah. Now, off the dirt track thing, if y'all are
we
interested
just
in
got
dirt
on
track.
that. That's local dirt track stuff.
Yeah. Back to the future for Georgia Bulldogs, Dean. The Dogs and Bobo.
You're not excited about that, are you?
I'm not excited about it at all. If anybody can tell by my tone of voice, I'm not a Bobo. I'm not a Bobo fan he was the quarterback there from 93 to 97. Mm-hmm. We all remember him as a player if you're our age or older.
That's a good thing.
I didn't think he was a great player. Really.
I thought he was pretty good. I mean, I don't remember really.
I just
know he started a couple of years.
He got him in some stuff. Now, with that being said, Aaron Murray and Stafford were all record setters under his offensive command. He did have the highest Georgia scoring offense with 42, I think, points average.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just not going. Anyway, he was 0-3 in bowl games as a head coach when he was at South Carolina. From 01 to 14, he was a Georgia offensive coordinator and quarterback coach. 2014, he averaged, like I said, about 41 points a game. Now, the other guy that was in line that they thought maybe was Buster Faulkner, he's the third year as analyst with Monken.
Mm-hmm.
But Bobo, 57% of the time they were passed from 11 and 12, and they were 50-50 in 2013. They were more of a run-heavy team in 14 because they had
Gurley
and Michelle and Chubb.
Yeah.
They went through that time of, why not run the ball?
He seemed to complain about him a lot when he was there.
Well, Gurley missed the goal line play versus South Carolina in 14. Had a bad call there. Then in 2012, they didn't spike the ball to stop the clock in the SEC title game.
Yes, against Alabama.
Yes.
That was a good team.
I remember those two. There's other things that all OCs do.
Mm-hmm.
And those are two of them.
See, we blame that on Rick, but that really wasn't on Rick.
It's Bobo.
I'm always sitting over there going, what's Rick doing?
But
I don't guess it was. I mean,
here's the question for the audience, too, who's watching. We got a good crowd on day. The game has changed. Can Bobo adapt? Now, listen. What I'm saying, can he fit along there with it? Things have changed. How much has football changed? Now, he's been around. It's not like he's just been living in a cave and he don't understand how the RPO works anymore. Like how that's changed the game.
Right.
And Beck is going to be a new quarterback there. And
is he looking like he's going to beat him?
Are you kidding? They're going to wreck on the last lap.
I'm not meaning to bring back bad memories, but didn't Earnhardt and them wreck on the last lap here when he got killed?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Wasn't it like it right at the finish?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what was always.
He was trying to block a guy out so his teammate, one of his schools, could win.
Yeah.
The guys that was in the GM club there with him. But anyway, as Bobo, is he going to do good at Georgia? Probably so. They have a terribly easy schedule.
Their defense is good too.
Now they lose.
So you ain't got to score 40.
The Hogs up front, the big man up in the middle, and they Ringo's leaving too. So their key leaders on defense are going to the draft. That's going to hurt them because they lost a big chunk last year. Well, they had enough pieces left of that big diamond from the first time. They could still win because their schedule's not hard.
No, it's not
But
really
now that little piece of that diamond they had left is it's going to be a different team, guys. Now I posted on Facebook and we'll mark it down as today is February the 19th, 2023. I'm announcing that Georgia does not win the SEC this year.
You don't think
I'm
they'll
gonna
win
call
the SEC?
No, I'm gonna call it right now.
I saw where Benton said, so you're saying LSU's going to win it? They very well could.
I don't know. I didn't say that either.
No, I'm not. He was just
I know, but
I mean, and you'd have to.
And he's a Georgia fan.
You would have to say that.
He's supposed to be a Georgia fan. He's a Georgia guy. I'm not a Georgia.
I'd say LSU's got a good chance.
I would think they would be favored. It's not Alabama. What
No,
their quarterback is?
No, they're not.
New offensive coach, new defensive. We got some kid.
I think LSU's going to be, and it'll probably be LSU. It'll probably be Georgia. But you think Tennessee's going to win? Or you just don't think Georgia's going to win? You didn't say they wouldn't win the East. You just don't think they'll win the SEC.
They're not going to be SEC champs this year.
Right.
They may make it there.
Yeah.
Or it could be LSU and Tennessee.
Could be.
That'd be.
Ole Miss ain't going to be bad.
That wouldn't be. I wouldn't be too upset about
Got
that.
100 quarterbacks down
When's the
there.
last time you seen LSU and Tennessee play for the SEC title? Tell me when.
I can tell you.
1974.
2000. 99 or so. 2000.
23 years.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Tennessee was very good that year, and so was LSU. But the reason I remember that is because that Rohan Davey, do you remember him? He was LSU's quarterback. And I went to Randall Davis's to a get-together to watch it. And we watched it, LSU, Tennessee. A bunch of people went over there.
Who won, though? I guess Tennessee.
Tennessee beat them.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Tennessee's very good back then.
Yeah, because they had won the BCS 98.
I mean,
Team
guys, in the 90s on through the early 2000s, Tennessee was as good as they were last year, every year.
If y'all don't, kids don't know, it was Florida and Tennessee.
Yeah.
It wasn't always just Bama.
Tennessee was great.
Bama had come off a funk. They had won the title in 93, 92 season. But before that, Auburn was running the roost for a lot of that time through the 90s. Terry Bowden was coaching at Auburn.
Oh, they had good teams.
And then Tikel Spikes and them, they were good.
Tennessee from 90 to 05 was fantastic.
And Florida State was winning championships. Bobby Bowden was the king of college football. And we're reminiscing here a little bit, but we're trying to
from the mid '80s on to about 2000.
Yeah, I mean, and Deion Sanders, Coach Prime at Colorado, played for Coach Bowden at Florida State. I bought a pullover, Florida State pullover, because of him.
Right.
He was great. He's the best thing. He's like Michael Vick to me. I never seen anybody play football like him. And then he goes and plays baseball. And you're like, God dang, what is he not good at? And then Bo Jackson was doing it. So, with all that changing in football, I think Georgia still are they going to be? What was it I said? Are they going to be 8-3 or something, or 9-2? Or
I don't think so, but they may lose some.
9-3.
I think go 10-2 at worst.
I don't see how they. South Carolina's bringing back a lot of guys.
Yeah.
They may have a shot. Tennessee has the best shot. But guys, we've done looked at their schedule.
Yeah.
Don't play nobody.
Well, the East just isn't very strong right now. South Carolina and Tennessee will be their two toughest games, right?
Yeah. So.
And whoever, if they make the SEC championship,
We don't think.
I don't think Auburn may be okay next year, but I think it's going to take some time.
Yeah, it's going to give him a year. He's got some. See, those things about transfers like Auburn's done, those kind of additions are plugs for sinking boats. It's not a pull it out of the harbor, get it up, weld up plates on it, like really getting in some real transfers.
Right.
Those portal guys are plugging cracks. That's just you taking some putty and putting on a crack on the side of the wall. It's not really taking the brick out and replacing and putting a new brick in it. Like really talking to a kid and getting him to commit.
Right.
So I don't think Georgia will be 9-3.
But you don't think they'll win the SEC?
No, I don't. I just don't. I'm not a truster of Bobo. I don't.
We
trust
don't know
him.
who their quarterback's going to be, and he may be great. But I personally think we're going to be sitting around next year going, "Wish Bennett was still here." I think Georgia fans are. At some point, they're going to be like, "We missed Bennett." it may not last. By the end of the year, it may be like, this guy's greater than Bennett. But at some point during the year, you're going to hear that.
Yeah. I'm not a trust.
Which they kind of gotten where they wasn't giving him a hard time anymore.
I don't trust him very much.
Well, he got a lot of heat at Auburn, when he was their OC.
I just don't. I'm just saying. But you can, if there was a recording machine, I worked at the Brickyard up in Georgia, and this is in '03. I didn't like him. I remember riding lunch with a boy that was a big Georgia fan, and he was talking about Bobo, and I said, he's terrible. I just ain't liked him. I don't think he's a great play caller. Now watch him go win a championship again this year.
Bobo, assistant coach of the year.
Yes, now he was up for the award that one year when he was at Georgia under Mark Richt.
Yes.
He was a finalist for it. He didn't win it. And he does have the listen, I mean I'm contradicting myself. Stafford, Murray, those are the greats.
Yeah.
He coached them.
He coached them.
The highest average scoring for Georgia under him. Matt, what are you talking about? Why do you not like him? He's got the highest. I don't know. I'm just silly.
You think he does some weird stuff? Calipari's great.
He cost them games, man.
But I think he does the same thing with Kentucky.
There's times like on 3rd and 6, you go, what? What is that? Why would you do this? It's 3rd and 26 and we throw a screen?
Anybody, I know what you're saying. I know exactly. I mean, I'm not using this, and I won't get off in this, but okay, like John Calipari, what has he done? Well, I said, well, for one thing, they played Arkansas the other night, and the analyst on there says that everybody that's beat Arkansas this year has beat them because they ran a zone defense
against Arkansas. That's how you beat Arkansas.
So you know what Calipari does?
He runs man.
He runs man the entire game. Okay, so I know what you can be great and still do crazy stuff.
That's why, but maybe he thought, we can play man on them. I got the guys to do it. I don't have to play zone because what I got's better.
It's almost like he thought he's selling out. We're going.
They're expecting us to run zone, so they'll be ready. Yeah, you're just thinking too much.
Yeah. So you think Bobo kind of like that.
Yeah,
you think he's good, but he just does some.
Well,
sometimes you're sitting there scratching your head.
Yeah, well, statistics say he is.
Yeah, stats say.
Look at the guys he's got in the NFL. Matthew Stafford is going to go down as one of the greatest to throw the football. He's going to be a top 10 for sure. He's going to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Possibly, yeah.
Aaron Murray was great. I enjoyed watching Aaron Murray.
Oh, Aaron Murray was good.
They still slide around on there.
How many laps is
I don't
left?
know.
Are they just going? Did Bush win this?
I
got to say, he may be hated, but how good is he? How many races has he won now?
I guess it's over. Well, we get to talking and didn't watch, but I think the race is over and they're talking about other races.
Well, there's only... Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They're talking about other drivers and what they're going to do for the season. But NASCAR's kicked off. Softball, baseball's kicked off. XFL, had a good time watching it today. But now, excuse me, the main topic of the day. And we don't agree on this. And that's why we need to do this, because we're not supposed to agree on everything.
Right. And then we're not going to fight over it.
You son of a...
What in the world?
I think this is just showing.
Because it's not dark.
It says NASCAR overtime up here.
Well, it may be dark.
There's 21. We're trying to figure out Daytona 500 for podcast.
Oh, there's only 4 laps left. Ricky Stenhouse Jr.? What the crap is going on here?
Where do you see that?
Right there.
Stage winners, Kowalski and...
I don't know.
Okay, we're going to figure it out in a minute. So the question of the day is... but tell them what it's about. What created this?
All right. Well,
most people's probably seen it, so they'll give them an idea of what's going on.
So at the end of the Super Bowl,
on Twitter,
Juju Schuster-Smith got hailed, and they called a penalty. I didn't think it was that bad, but I guess you could make the argument that he was hailed. So you get a 15-yard penalty, first down, they win the Super Bowl. Well, the next day he puts on Twitter, "Happy Valentine's Day." Sends this to this other guy, and he goes, "You can hold me anytime you want to."
That's great.
All right.
That's funny.
Well, A.J. Brown come back and said, "Dude, don't let you ever come at him like that. You're trash. The only reason you're any good is because Mahomes gave you a 1-year deal. You ain't nothing." Okay. Obviously, that didn't have the effect that Smith or Schuster, whatever his name is, thought it would have. I think he was probably joking, but that was taunting. You just won the Super Bowl. Can you not be happy with that? That's my question. That's my first question.
He's just taking up for his buddy.
No, I'm talking about Smith. What is Schuster doing?
Oh, to say...
Yeah, you can hold me anytime.
It's just being funny. It's the same thing to me. It's the same thing as Tiger did to the guy. Here's your tampon. I mean, you play like a girl all day, you little sissy.
I understand where A.J. Brown is.
He's just being funny and quirky.
All right, well, that leads me to the second question. That's what caused it. All right, there's taunting, but there's also taunting too early. This stuff where you're going like this in the first quarter,
I hate that.
And you're standing over somebody that you scored a
Don't like it.
layup on, and there's 14 minutes left in the first half. Has it gone too far? Dude, the refs need to start going, that's a T right there, buddy. You're not going to stand over the guy you just run over.
Try to get control of the game early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, and, there's appropriate time. See, I saw Caden Justice make a gesture to the crowd the other day. Not a bad one. It was just a positive. Well, there's 10 seconds left in the game, and they're up 5.
Yeah.
He didn't do that in the first quarter when it was 6-3.
Get pumped up.
That's what I'm
Raising
saying.
his hands up and down.
My question is, do the refs need to get back a hold of this and stop it all? I'm talking about this and the first downs and the...
It's part of the game, whether I like it or not.
You don't mind it, do you?
I don't. No.
I mean, you don't care. That's what I mean. I don't mean... It don't bother you.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
Cam Newton gets the first down. You're losing 20-0.
Yes.
And he scrambles and runs and slides and gets up and goes.
Yes.
And he's like, Cam, you're losing 20-0. Get up and just go get the play.
Yeah.
That would burn. I would set him down.
Yeah.
Say I'm just old.
Well, should the refs get a hold of that kind of stuff? All right, look, you're down 20-0, 15-yarder.
They're not going to do that.
I know they're not going to do that.
But I like the trash talking. It's fun. It makes the game fun. The guys yakking at each other.
You kind of like the trash talking on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, it's funny. Pat McAfee stuff, Brett Favre stuff's going on between them.
Oh, boy, that's nasty, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, but like during the game, like
is it getting worse?
Jordan and Reggie Miller.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Larry Bird's like, you know what? I'm scoring 50 tonight. I'm shooting left-handed only.
That's
hilarious.
just talk.
Yeah, I love that. That's part of the game. But Cam Newton getting up and ripping the shirt, doing the Superman, and you look at the scoreboard, it's like 33-6. Cam, you're getting destroyed. Why are you doing the Superman? Now, if you're up, like if the game's tied, you score late and you go ahead, like you're talking about Caden did, yes.
Dude, they had the game won, and they fouled St. Clair, so he knew it was one for sure then.
Yeah, I like that. But like the early stuff, like...
And all they did was, and it wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
But what if he'd done that in the first quarter after he hit his first 3?
Yeah. Well, that's okay. I like kids to be confident in themselves, and you got to be a little cocky. And if you're not believing in you, I used to tell Marcus this. And kids say, this is all football.
You can get fired up.
Sports
I don't see
are
no problem
completely this, period. And all coaches that are listening know this.
Mm-hmm.
It's about confidence.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And he's playing with a lot of it.
And if you don't have a little bit of pep in your step or swag and you talk,
yeah.
I told Marcus, if you don't believe in yourself, who will?
Right.
But you hit a home run, and it puts the game up. Like he hit one time, and it made it like 6-1. They were losing. I'm like, just go hang your bat up. It's a good job though. Way to see the ball.
Right.
It was not the same when he hit a grand slam to beat the Sandrock team in Ozone to seal the division for us. With Corey and Jacob and Jeb were on base, and he hit us one out.
That's celebration time.
And they had not hit the ball. We hadn't hit the ball really good all night. We got some good hits that inning. We got some walks and got some kids on bases, and I think maybe Corey hit it and he gets on to first or something. We move runners and he hits a grand slam. Well, that's 4 points. We win 4-0. That was big. He's jumping and celebrating. I get that. But don't jump celebrate if,
Well, I mean, 27-19, you shoot a 3 and it goes in, and you make it 27-22 and you go, come on. You do that when it's 57-50 with 38 seconds left and you make one to put them up 10.
That they may have bad timing of their
I guess that's my question. I'm not even
it's not
knocking
what to do,
Tony.
it's the timing.
The timing.
Yeah.
Should the refs, somebody come in and clean that up? Did he just...
Well,
the quarterback's throw 2 passes and he's over here going like this?
You can't touch me. Y'all can't do nothing with
Knowing
it.
they're going to throw at him 16 more times that game. I mean, should the ref go, come here for a minute. Did he just do a you're not going to catch a ball on me and we've got 14 minutes left in the first one? 15 yards!
They won't do that.
No, I know they won't do that.
No.
But has it got out of hand?
Yeah.
During the game is what I'm not really talking about trash talking. That's what brought it up was what...
The trash talking.
I didn't like what Ricky Stenhouse Jr. wanted.
What? Who?
I have not heard nothing out of him in years. It's been the same racers forever.
Stenhouse Jr. wins.
Logano still racing.
Wins the Daytona. Logano second and Bell third. And
I don't even know who Bale is.
Bouchier fourth. He's the Ford.
And where did Kyle Busch finish?
Chevrolet for the first.
What kind of money they get for winning a race? It ain't like a golf match, is it?
I don't know. It's a lot.
Ricky Stenhouse?
And what's weird, seeing Toyota in there. Ain't that strange?
Joey Logano's a good racer, too.
He is. There's your Daytona 500 winner, guys.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
We've
Suarez is good, too.
We beat down the topic of Taunting, the heated debate in exchange.
Well, so we've agreed that we don't think it's all bad, but maybe the timing of it.
Yeah, it is. But let's go back to our younger days. Michael Irvin at Miami Hurricane. How bad was that?
Oh, yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
They was having a party in the end zone, literally. Like they would like go get champagne bottles and pour over themselves, you know. But they were the greatest. The 01 Hurricanes team, like considered the greatest team of all time. And you know, before that, when Irvin and them played, and
I remember one time we were playing at the No, it wasn't at the asphalt. It was at. You remember when there was a court at the park?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we go up there and it's me and Jeff Woodall, Alan Hartline, Dwayne Richardson, and some of them come over. And they're like, y'all won't play 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 or whatever. We're like, yeah. Well, the whole game, Dwayne, every time he'd shoot, he'd go, told ya. And every time somebody shoot on our team and miss, he'd go, told ya. And I'm like, he's driving me nuts, but it's working on me.
Right, that's what it's for.
I'm like, dude. And I've never told him that story, and he might be watching. And told ya, he did that the entire game.
I got in your head.
Well, yeah, told ya.
That's what it's supposed to do.
When he'd hit, told ya. When you'd miss, told ya. And you're like, hey, yeah, I ain't going to fight Dwayne. I mean, he's a good guy. Everybody liked him. I mean,
yeah, he's just being.
Ain't nobody going to get in a fight over it.
He's just being competitive, just talking junk.
I've seen Burleson and Woodall have a big time Taunting battle up there one day at Dillsville Gym. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, well,
Jeff could shoot.
Yeah.
And Burleson pretty much said, you ain't coming in here and shooting nothing.
Yeah.
So Jeff just went to about 21 feet and shot a 3. He goes, all right, big boy. Try it from 24. Well, he should tried it from 24, nailed it. Well, I bet you can't hit it from 28. Comes down past half court. I mean, it was ridiculous. So.
Yeah, we enjoyed all those old games.
Yeah, that was fun. But Jeff Woodall could shoot.
Yeah. Chris Talent and Red and Sean, and we played at Gillsville Courts, and it was good. I get to
yeah. They were opening the gym some then.
Yeah, we would go over here to Center. I watched the Center girls team that won state that year beat the varsity boys in the summer. Really? I wandered in the gym to see Mandel Stitz and LaDon Hood. Some of them were there, and Darrell. Yeah, I'm sorry about him losing his life. Man, I hate to hear about that.
I saw DJ Fife had something on Facebook about losing his dad, and I didn't put it together.
Yeah,
and I'd forgotten that was his father.
Yeah,
and
I hate that. But those guys, we would come over here in the summer, and Kenneth Starr and Allen and all them, and they would play, and I'd go there and play with them. And Jeff Crane, I think we of course showed up, and we all. Man, there's some games. Them girls at Center that year, they were good.
They were good.
The twins.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, man. There's some good teams over there.
Oh,
that girls team, Melinda Wood and all them. Teresa.
Oh, yeah. Hood, Bullen said that him and Hurley was in his first backfield.
Yes. Yeah.
The first backfield he coached at Center. They were the right.
Very athletic.
Yeah.
Man, they could just do.
And now they didn't do bad his first year. I think he went 6-5.
They went 0-10.
The next year. The first year he went 6-5.
Oh, I thought it was 0-10 the first year.
The second year.
Okay. But they were still a very athletic group.
Well, they were supposed to, and
they
I'm
lost all that.
Obviously not going to say the guy's name,
But
but
they lost all those linemen.
they were supposed to have had a great quarterback, and he just decided right before the start of the season, I'm not playing.
Yeah.
And I've talked to Michael Rogers about it, and go, no doubt we would have been better.
Well, they lost a bunch of their linemen,
With
too. You can see, I think that was Bundy and them senior year, and they didn't have a whole bunch of help.
Right.
They lost a pretty good class ahead.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't have lost every game.
No, but I mean, that quarterback not playing.
It didn't help. It didn't help.
And you know
Sure.
who it is.
Yeah. It didn't help at all. But
he was a baseball star.
This is the last question, not question, but the last topic, and we'll get off here. We've been on here an hour. Oklahoma preseason, pre-spring talk. I like, and every week I'm probably going to do a team. I'm going to get into, look at some of the players, let everybody kind of know. And Oklahoma's interested. A lot of people are interested in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
The news is out there. We all know this is their last season. They will be coming to the SEC next season. So, what do they got? What's it going to look like for them? Quarterback enrolled Jackson Arnold, 6'1", 205 pounds from Denton, Texas, 6A state champ. Jackson Arnold. And watching his interview, pre-spring interview, Coach V said he's excited about him. He's smart. He's a classroom guy. And he's meaning as in studying the ball, studying film stuff. Good kid. Thinks he can throw the ball. He's 6A state champ, Texas. He's probably pretty good. Edge rushers, Adebawore. Atabora.
Attaboy.
From Kansas City, Missouri, 6'4", 240. This is going to be a big-time player. Remember, keep your eyes on him. And wide receiver, Jaquarius Petaway, Houston, Texas. Running back, Gray. Came with the draft. So losing him.
Right, yes. They transferred from Tennessee today.
Yes, and Stoops will be back. He was a decent receiver. He's supposed to be back. They have 12 transfers, 25 school recruits. They have pretty good recruiting class.
12 transfers. Wow.
Yeah, to go out. But they still had a lot of kids come in. They lost 16 in the portal.
Yeah, I knew they had a lot go out.
And 10 to the draft.
So they lost 26 players.
But the portal reopens May the 1st to the 15th.
How many have they got coming from the portal? Did you say 12?
Yes.
Okay.
So, quarterback Gabriel, he'll be back.
He's good.
3,100 yards, 25 touchdowns. Freshman elites last year running back Marcus Major, also supposed to be back next year. The Barnes and the Salchik kid. These are names you can remember for Oklahoma. Going to look pretty good. Mims Jr. to be drafted at wide receiver. And the Andrell Anthony from Michigan guy. Petaway, Brown, Gibson, Anderson, sophomore to be back. Eyes open for DJ Graham. He's going to switch from defensive back to wide receiver. Remember this name, DJ Graham.
DJ Graham.
He is a defensive back. He was good last year. I think he led the team or second in picks. They moved him to receiver. Now they're having to replace both tackles at Oklahoma, but you bring your quarterback back. But anytime you got to replace both tackles is not a fun task. So there'll be a few new guys now. Caden Green, Logan Holland, Jacob Sexton are on the rise. Hicks and Montgomery are names for offensive linemen. The center, Andrew Ryan, number 73, he's coming back. And everybody knows how important that is.
Oh, yeah.
You got the center and quarterback back?
Yeah, it's good.
Big.
Especially these days.
Yeah.
With the snapping.
And the defense, they just couldn't get any pressure on anybody last year at all. Venables, we know he's a defensive guy, but his first year, man, he just got hammered for that.
I act like he's not a good coach. Let's give him a chance, first off.
First year, he's trash.
He ain't cut out to be a head coach. He's a DC.
Mason Thompson, he's a rising star for the defense. Marcus Stripling, he has to have transferred possibly. And the
Atabora.
That's your star player for defense. Isaac Koa, he's going to have to step up this next year. He had a good year last year. And Danny Statsman, leader his team, 125 tackles, number 28. Danny Stutzman, he'll be coming back too. Boy, they're really going to hurt Oklahoma. It's going to be bothered their corners, defensive backfield safeties and whatnot. So they're not going to be great back there. So
that's not the league to not have a secondary in.
No, because they're going to try to throw it all over the place.
Gosh, they throw it all over anyway. I'm talking about the Big 12 does.
So when they get to the SEC next year, they'll have some more experienced corners. And shout out to Hang Time Michael Turk, the punter at Oklahoma. I follow his YouTube channel personally. He's a Christian guy that puts a lot of scripture, faith-based stuff, and he is going to the NFL draft. You can find him on YouTube. Please go find Michael Turk and subscribe to his channel. Right now he's doing stuff like getting ready for the draft, showing him doing his punting, showing him do his workouts, and he shares gospel and scripture through, and he's engaged to the shortstop on the softball team.
Oh, wow.
And she's really good.
Ain't nobody made a big deal out of him doing that.
No. He's getting ready to go to the draft.
You know.
But they're losing their punter. And when you lose a punter like him, I mean, his daddy and his uncle and all of them played in the NFL, and they were punters. And so, you know, Turk is a name for known punters from the Vikings to the Packers to the Lions to the Browns to, I think the Vikings where his uncle played last.
Wow. So several people in his family.
Yes, they played they've been around. So they lose him. And I hope he gets drafted. I think he will. He's a good punter. I mean,
yeah, he probably will.
Hang time, if anything over 5 seconds is good, what I'm learning from watching his videos, and his are always over 5 seconds.
Wow. Yeah, you think about that. It gives everybody plenty of time to get down there.
So they got a new guy, Elzina, from Central Michigan coming in, and he's supposed to be pretty good. So that's just kind of some names to look at for Oklahoma pre-spring. They were 6-7 last year. Will they be better next year?
I would think so.
They did lose their bowl game.
I would think they would definitely be better.
I don't see why they wouldn't be.
We were right on some of our calls last year, especially Florida State.
And that's the team. That'll be one of the teams that, if you'll hit the darn subscribe button.
But I can go on and say, yeah, I think they'll win 8 or 9.
Come back
Oklahoma.
every week and watch the show. And I'm going to break down, I'm going to do these teams a lot through this kind of it's college football off season. And we'll be covering local baseball, softball. That'll be starting to get kicked up even more and more as things go on. And I think the game will be on there. That would be another hour. So
Ricky Stenhouse.
Oh yeah,
Ricky Stenhouse. Naked and Afraid.
that's
Hog
a terrible
Island.
show.
Huh?
That's terrible. Who?
I'll tell you somebody that loves that show, and you would never believe it. Take a guess. Jimmy Dean.
He loves Naked and Afraid.
He likes that show.
How about that?
You would never think that, would you? I've watched it with you.
Yeah, I guess I could see where it's the interest in what they're having to live through. And
I think, that's
hard
obviously it, because they don't show them naked.
No, it's just the situations they have to live in.
But, I mean, you've seen one, you've seen them all, haven't you? As far as one show. I mean, they got to eat
It's kind of like a
bugs, they got to
survival.
start, and they never get along.
No, that's got to make good TV.
They never say, oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, my God, what
And one of them knows everything.
How good was he? The Hogan guy?
Oh, yeah,
Played in New England?
Yeah. Have you ever noticed that?
What?
Both of them always know everything.
Watch the dunk. Yes, I did watch the dunk contest. McClung.
Is he not a starter?
6'2" white boy, Mac McClung won with one of the greatest performances ever. It was a good dunk. It was. Who?
I got to show you this before. Now, I don't know if you saw it. You got to see this before we get off here. And I don't know if the people can. I don't believe this. JV ball game in Indiana. Look how many people.
I did see that.
Do you believe that?
Yeah. I mean, it's like.
I just don't know how basketball could be that big.
I wanted to see high school football and Pee Wee football in Texas.
Huge.
Crazy.
Oh, I saw that
nuts.
with the coaches cussing on the
8 years
sidelines
old,
and fighting. And
well, the place would just be packed. I mean, it looks like.
And it's Pee Wee.
Yeah, it looks like a 3A, Piedmont.
Yeah.
Or bigger, more than that. It's like a 3, 4, 5A football field stuffed.
I've heard that about Indiana high school basketball. I'm talking about varsity.
Yeah. That could be.
I mean, it could be. I figure it's a varsity game. Or everybody there for a varsity game, and there's a JV game before.
And little did anybody else know that I found this weekend after visiting my niece, which is enjoying volleyball. She's got into it, and she's pretty good at it.
Is she?
And she likes it. So she goes to the Forest, whatever, intermediate something in Fort Payne.
Fort Payne. Forest. Is it Forest Park?
No. It's Ridge, something Ridge. It's down past Tile on the left.
Oh, okay.
New. This
Oh,
place ain't been here very long.
Yeah.
It's like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. There's like 700 kids there.
In just 3 grades.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The gym is huge. It's nice.
How many volleyball teams?
A lot. Different colors for the different, like 5 red, 5 white, 4 paint gold, 4 paint black. Pleasant Valley blue, Pleasant Valley white.
Huh.
It's a lot of the mountain teams. They come down there and play, and it's kids playing volleyball. And it's a lot of kids.
Wow.
That gym was stuffed. We couldn't even sit down and watch her the last game. We had to stand up and watch.
Oh my God. That's what killed me about being in a school with 4,500 kids like Mill Creek. How do you identify who? I mean, you know who's good on the football team, but ain't no telling how many's walking the halls that can help you. You can never figure it out.
Never know.
There may be a Heisman Trophy winner walking your halls, not even out there.
FSU to the.
But you'd never know it.
He's saying FSU might be going. Guys, I'm strangled. FSU going to SEC.
I've not heard that.
I hadn't had it.
I mean, I'm not knocking it. I've just never heard it.
I've thought it.
I think they've gotten a lot better, too.
I've thought it over the past 10 years, 15 years, like, why? I mean, why wouldn't they? 20 years ago, I was thinking that.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't Bobby just go ahead and roll through? Just go ahead and bite the bullet. ACC's terrible.
Yeah.
And then Clemson come on, started winning some, but
FSU's getting a little better. They were.
I'm going to get into them, too.
But see, a lot of this is for basketball, too. I mean, it's probably one of the better conferences in basketball.
I'm going to get into Clemson. I'm going to do a special. I'm going to do Penn State one week, too. There's a lot of talk on Penn State.
No, they're supposed to be pretty good. Clifford ain't back again, is he? Okay.
So I'll do a special on Penn State. All right, guys, let's get off here. We'll catch you guys through the week. Y'all have a good week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll catch you through the week. I'll have some news posted, or
I think you're going to go to a game, aren't you?
I'll be somewhere this week.
Now, Wednesday, I'm going to go to Tuga plays, boys and girls.
There's so much going on this week.
First round of the state playoffs. But now Sandrock's playing in the Elite 8 Tuesday at 5:30. Mm-hmm. And there's a bunch of games tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Spring Garden play Wintersboro. And I guess the winner will play Skyline, I guess. So that's the game probably more people's looking forward to. Spring Garden Skyline.
I don't think it'll make much of a difference.
They don't either. But good luck to our Sandrock boys in Spring Garden.
Yes.
Girls, and we'll see y'all through the week. We appreciate you, and we love you, and y'all keep your heads clear and your hearts full of God. And we'll see you through the week somewhere.
Y'all have a good week.